Hello everyone, welcome to DJ Stuff Videos in DJ Stuff YouTube channel. Today we're looking at the AlphaTheta CDJ-3000X. It's the new multimedia player from AlphaTheta / Pioneer DJ. So you will have little modification from the CDJ-3000. We will see everything about that into this video. I will not show you every aspect, every function, because it will be pretty the same as the CDJ-3000, like the Hotcue, how to run them, the beat jump, the key shift, the beat loop, the pitch, the jog. Everything is more or less the same thing. How can I say? With the manipulation, you have some modification inside, but the manipulation will be the same. So the multimedia player will do the same job as the 3000X, okay? But we will see everything about the browsing control, navigation, and what is new on this player. I've made a video about how to export your tracks directly into a USB drive, or to do perfectly everything, how to eject, etc. So feel free to watch this video, and it will help you how to use your CDJ after, or to use your track directly on your CDJ. For the connection, you will have on the front two USB ports. Of course, some people who are using SD card will be very sad, but the main thing you have to keep in mind is that you have two USB ports, so you can plug two USB key or SSD. You will see on the screen when we will see the video, the review. On the front, you will have a little LED here to put your phone like that, NFC, to have your account, the cloud account, directly on the CDJ. We will talk about it further in the video. And on the back, you will have the power cable here. You will have your audio output, analog, digital, with SPDIF coaxial here. We will see in the Monsieur Chipote, but you will have a better output quality from previous model. You have a Ethernet connection RG45, but you have also Wi-Fi to... we will see in the video. And at the end, the USB-C port to plug to your computer, and the device will unlock your record box to play with performance mode. Let's focus on how I can run, how I can play my track, and where can I find my track. So of course you can find your track into a USB drive or USB SSD. You can also plug your computer on Wi-Fi, because you have Wi-Fi inside, or Ethernet RG45, and move your track from the export mode of Recordbox. Of course, you can also plug it like the CDJ-3000 on performance mode on Recordbox. It will allow you to mix with it because it will unlock the performance. You can also play with Serato, but you will need the license further. It will be okay with Serato further. It's what I'm saying. So in performance mode, so you can enjoy your track in on your computer, inside your computer, or you can enjoy your track into Beatport, SoundCloud, etc., etc. You can also plug your USB key with the information of all the cloud, etc., the cloud logging, and play directly here, for example, on your USB key. But you can also play directly on the cloud here on your desktop, on your multimedia player, because you have Wi-Fi and Ethernet, and you can, without a computer, enjoy all your music directly from your USB 1, USB 2, because you have two USB port on your computer, on your cloud, and on your phone, if your phone is directly on the same network. So you can plug your Recordbox library on the device wireless. So it's very cool. To go to the cloud and allow you to have your tracks directly on the cloud, you can plug your phone with NFC. If you are logged into the Recordbox app, you can push directly, put directly your phone NFC on the front, and you will access on your account. You can also, if you don't have NFC, you will have a QR code directly on your screen, and you can take the QR code, flash it, and directly have your account directly, the cloud account directly on the CDJ. So here are the different sources to plug to play your music. The browse part will be like the CDJ-3000, except the large screen, bigger screen, more pixels, more space. It's a very big screen, so you can have a lot of tracks, etc., etc. The first new thing on the navigation is that you can edit all your playlists with the edit button. So you push one track, for example this one, and you move up, or this one and you move down, so you can edit your playlist. Of course, if you edit and you like this edition, this edit, you can of course go directly on Rekordbox, you plug your USB key and you push here Q grid info here to save all the things you have done on the device, on the CDJ. Of course, it could be the playlist managing, it could be a new Hotcues, new loop, or grid editing. Everything will be saved on your Rekordbox, on your main how can I say, database, you know. After edition, you can also, if you have maybe you have a track or an artist you like, maybe let's see, on, I don't know, this one, maybe this one with Antoine Clamaran. Okay, so let's push info. Oh, there is no, okay, my love, this one, for example, Seb Jr. You like the track or you like the artist, but you want to have all the track with the artist. Before, with the CDJ-3000 and other player, you had to go to the search bar and after put with the keyboard, and voila. You have just to push your finger here, you see, and it's copied. After you go to search, erase, paste, and you have all the track into your USB drive or whatever with the artist Seb Jr., okay? Or the remix, everything with Seb Jr., okay? Or everything with what you search. So first this one, the copy paste. After, it will be the global tag list. You know, when you have several tracks you like, you put on tag track, tag track, tag track, tag track, and you could go to tag list and you could create a playlist or remove, etc. Now the tag list will be, the tag track will be on all your device. Before it was just on the USB key. If you had another USB key, you had to go to make another tag list, okay? And to save it, if you want to save to create a playlist with that, and to save the playlist further on your Rekordbox. Now every track can be on your SSD drive, on USB, on your phone, on the cloud, etc. It can be on the same tag list, and when you will when you will save the playlist, it can search the track directly on all the sources. So it's a good way to save some time, you know. So now let's see the Hotcues. Before, you can record your Hotcue and play them when you want, like this. For example, here. Let's see this one. Okay. I don't know. This one. And I can play it like that. Okay. Now with the Hotcue, you can, like the CDJ-3000, you can listen to them. I will put less level on your headphone, you know. But when you have the good moment, you can set a Hotcue in the future of the track. You see, for example, this Hotcue, I like it. I will put E, and now I can call them on the future. So again, this one, F, I'm here, another F. So I can set an Hotcue directly in the future. So first thing with the Hotcue. Second thing, when you are not in menu, yeah, you can overwrite current cue with Hotcue. So this cue here can be the Hotcue you want. For example, A. It will record directly on the cue button. So you can record it and play it when you want. After you have gate cue. So when you are directly into the music, you see it jump. When you are on pause, it will jump, okay? But now with gate cue, you can, it's an old function in Serato, but Pioneer DJ and now AlphaTheta introduced this function directly on players like the AZ, the CDJ-3000 or whatever. Not 3000, the AZ and other player. So you can take gate cue here, and you will see it is not playing, you know, just like a sampler. So if you have note on your track, you can put note here, and when you want, you can release it with the play button. Easy like that. New function into the grid part. You see, when you want to edit your grid with a long push, you have this menu here, but you have this two button here. You know, it's for some tracks like dubstep or whatever. You have some track with sometimes, let's release it just to explain to you. You have sometimes track with 80 BPM or 160 BPM, 160, and on your playlist you have 80, 160, 80, 160. 80 is not bad, 160 is not bad, or good or bad, you know, they are all good or all bad, whatever. But you have to have on your same playlist everything at 160 or everything at 80. It's good for your sync if you use sync, and it's good for your BPM counter when you want to make an FX, because one beat on 160 BPM track, it's not the same that one beat on 80, you know. So you have to put everything on the same 80 or 160. So you had some people on a big festival with some problem because the two tracks are not the same BPM, and when you touch sync, the 80 was directly a 160, and you have, okay, you know what I mean. So for those people, you have divide by 2 or multiply by 2. So divide will be 60, multiply will be 120. So you can easily match if you didn't match directly on Rekordbox, but be sure to match it directly on Rekordbox. And to finish with, your track on your USB key, on export, on your SSD, or on the cloud will be directly in your CDJ. So if you have a network problem, or if someone is playing with your USB key or USB drive, it will not be a problem. You have your track into the CDJ. So no problem with that. It will play, it will Hotcue, it will scratch, whatever. And let's focus on what Monsieur Chipote can say. So the main thing is that a lot of people wanted to have the stamps. So there is no inscription, there is no function like that, stamps on it. What I'm thinking is that into this device you have onboard a processor that can manage the stems, but maybe AlphaTheta will make a release in 6 months or 1 year, a paid upgrade or whatever, and it will be okay. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I was hoping that it will be like that. There is no information about that, so I think it's not like I wanted, but whatever. I think a lot of people waited the stems. I don't really need the stems for now. We didn't have stems 20 years ago, and I think it will not be a problem for me to not have stems on CDJ or whatever. I will mix like I mixed 20 years ago, and voila. But the first thing was that it's more if I hear people, a lot of people wanted stems. So first here, this thing. Second thing, you have a lot of modification, upgrade on the Hotcue button, on the Q button, and the play button. All those buttons are upgraded. I don't know how to say, and you can have a lot of manipulation on it. Maybe it's 1 million for the CDJ-3000 and it's 1 billion for the CDJ-3000X, but you have more manipulation, you know this, and you have different sound when you touch the button. The jog has a little modification about the jog feel, so it feels better. I don't know. It's a brand, you know, you have a list with all the modifications, so I say to you, I think you can mix with a CDJ-2000, a 2000 Nexus, 2000 Nexus 2, 3000. Yeah, you can mix on the 3000X, it's not a problem. And to finish with, you have an upgraded, not sound card, but audio output with a better processor. I think it's ESS or something like that, a better ESS processor. So you have better sound. But for guys like me, if you have good sound with this kind of multimedia player, you will have good sound after, don't worry. If you have bad MP3s or something like, and you have a very good processor, you will have bad sound after. So good sound before, good sound after, with this sort of a player, of course. If you need any information about the CDJ-3000X, feel free to ask under the video in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it, and see you next content. Bye bye.